Roxanne Graham, I live in Cranford, pretty much my whole life. I just wanted to come and say a few words. Okay. Only because this is like the third time that I've had to not come before the freeholders, but come before council in support of environmental issues in Cranford and the surrounding Union County area. I'm born and raised in Cranford. I moved back to Cranford in 2008, and I live on the north side, and there was a private pool, Cranford private pool behind our house. We were there about a week. We got the notice from the notification of the neighborhood that a 120-foot cell tower was going to be put in my backyard. We moved into the neighborhood because it was so beautiful, so quiet, so serene, because the park was quiet. There was Lenape Park was behind that, and it brought a certain environmental serenity to our neighborhood. But the neighbors got involved, just like you have come forward, and your voices mean a lot. We stopped that Verizon cell tower from going up. It went before it came down to the Elizabeth County Courthouse, and it was not overturned. So the support of the township residents made a big difference. This gentleman here, he reminded me of someone that spoke there. They spent like $60,000 on a private lawyer to support getting that cell tower not put through, and it worked. Just to give that to you. So then comes 2013, and now I live in the same house, and behind my house is a 900-foot by 70-foot parcel of land that is a residential parcel of land with a single-family house on it. And the Township of Westfield decides that they found out that they didn't meet their COA limits or amounts of COA land, and the person that bought it wanted to put 60 condominiums there on that property. Once again, back to the township. The townspeople stood up. It's going to affect our neighborhood. It's going to affect our tax, our property values. It's going to affect the environment. It's going to affect the runoff of the floods that come through Cranford on a regular basis. So here I am again. This is the third time. And now, 2 years later, I'm supporting that Facebook page when I saw it. I would thank you for putting it up. I don't read the newspapers. I get my stuff through social media, and that hit me hard when I saw that. I had to react, and that's why I'm here today in support of those people that are coming forward to try to preserve what's about Cranford and Union County, the parks, the recreational areas, and the change of the environmental impact that these things take hold of. It's nice that you want to put something forward, but we have to maintain what little green acre land we have that we spend our tax money on. We want to live in this area. People are fleeing, and we're here, so we want to preserve what we have. And I just thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good evening, Chairman, freeholders. Excuse me. My name is Marie Soika. I'm from Clark, a former councilwoman. I was here last year about Rahway Park. I'm sure you remember my presentation to you. I'm here because I'm concerned that there was no public hearing on this matter. We kind of found out by word of mouth what was going on, which I think is totally wrong. Because when you have a project of this measure and the people that are impacted by it are not informed, it gets a feeling that something is being done behind your back.
Fair.
You know, when we do things, we want to do them up front. As a councilwoman, I had called Mr. Fayola's office to sit down with the mayor of Clark, Mr. Bonacorso, to have a meeting with them because I know they were going to discuss it. And I was told, can't go, because it had to do with other items. Maybe so. In trying to get another meeting together, I was kind of brushed off. So obviously, you know, I'm not a little bit happy here. I'm here really because this park should stay the way it is. I realize Rahway High School wants to have a new field, and I commend them for that. However, I do know that there are other properties available. You just redid Wine Ankle Park. Okay. I understand Rahway High School uses Clark's facilities when theirs is underwater. I'm not saying that this is a permanent solution. Obviously, it's not. but I think there's other properties that could be utilized for that purpose. I understand also Rahway has appropriated money towards this project. And this was news to myself and the residents of Clark, again, because we didn't know about it. There was no publication, to my knowledge, and to those who I spoke with. And I really want you to take notice that when you do something like this, make sure your residents in that area or in the county are aware of what's going on. Warnaco Park, I'm sure the area that you have redone is great. I don't see why other people can't use it. Obviously, it's a sports complex. And I know that what will happen in Rahway Park will be a sports complex. This will ruin the whole footprint of that park. It will put parking conditions out of this world on not only the Clark residents, but the Rahway residents, St. George Avenue. It will create havoc. It will put onus on our police departments because you're going to need to have traffic control. I think I said my piece. Thank you.
You.
It's Freeholder Chairman and Freeholders, Nancy Sheridan, I'm from Clark. I just wanted to get up and speak after Marie Soika. I've known her for very many years. In fact, I was kind of responsible for her taking an interim council position recently, though I think she might have been a little reluctant initially, but she did a wonderful job. Right after she took this position, this whole issue came to the fore. And we try to look into it, what's going on, what are the people saying, how is it affecting them. And I'll tell you, I walked around the area, I talked to many people. This, one of the speakers here talked about the number of properties that borders the park. This is not confined to the number of properties that border the park. I went up and down Valley Road, I heard the same thing. I went on Parkway Drive, I heard the same thing. And I wasn't even there to talk about this. They brought it up. People all over the area were bringing this up. And I think this is something that you really got to consider. I have my personal feelings about it because I did live by that park for very many years. I was there all the time, and I was walking, jogging. I took my kids there. We fed the ducks and the whole thing. And I could appreciate, I don't live as close to it now, but I do go there periodically. And I could see the reactions of the people. And I'm telling you, this is something that's very deeply embedded. I've talked to them myself. I've been around the town. I've gone door to door, and this is what I've been hearing from the people. So I hope you will consider their concerns. Thank you.
Thank you.